आपके कैमरा बस आप ही दिखेंगे क्या?
नहीं नहीं,
नहीं
चले दिख रहे हैं क्या आप?
नहीं नहीं।
ऐसे ऐसे है तो दिखना तो चाहिए। हाँ यहाँ था।
अच्छा।
वो बैकग्राउंड लगा रहे ऐसे,
हाँ?
बैकग्राउंड लगाने रुकिए,
रहने दीजिए मैंने।
बैकग्राउंड लगा देते हैं।
नहीं रहने दीजिए।
Good afternoon, ma'am. Unmute. Unmute.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, madam.
To Professor Manoj Kumar Verma.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Very good afternoon.
So, madam, we will start our session, and as you have 2 classes continuous,
Yes.
so I request you, madam, today actually we fix the meeting with participant 4 o'clock. So if it will be good if you finish 4:45 means up to 4, it will be good, madam.
Okay, up to 4, it will be good. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome, yes.
So, should we start, ma'am?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, okay. So, dear friends, now we are having a very senior faculty member from our university, Professor Lalhmasai Chuaungo. She is presently Dean School of Education, and formerly she was Dean School of Humanities and Education, and she has been head 3 times for his Department of Education, and she is having a very long experience in teaching academic administration. Today she has given us time for 2 continuous sessions. First session, she is going to talk about Indian higher education status and challenges. And after finishing this topic, covering this topic with a 5-minute gap or something, she will be taking another topic on a very important topic on implementation of NEP 2020, role of higher educational institutions. So, madam, now time is yours. You may start your presentation. And I think after finishing one first topic, you can take 5-minute, 10-minute break, and you can restart.
Okay.
Okay. Madam, I have to attend one PhD Viva, so I may not be available, I think, when you finish your first session.
Okay.
But HRDC staff, Pusoya will be there to assist if you need any.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is visible, ma'am. Make it presentation mode.
This will be the second. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Rita. Okay. Oh.
Indian higher education status and challenges.
Maybe. Okay. Let me see in my.
No, that was correct slide, ma'am. Indian higher education only.
Status and challenges I have. Let me click this one. Let me see. I don't know what happened when I click.
Yeah, this is correct, madam. Indian higher education status and challenges.
The other one I would like to present it first. Okay.
Okay.
Because in my screen, before I click, it appears like higher education in India status and challenges. Okay. So let me re-download. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay, let me take. I don't know what to do first. I'm out.
You are here, madam.
Okay, I'm still there.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, but post attendee appears. But I cannot see you now. Okay, let's see. Okay, I will log out and come back because I cannot the ones which I would like to present first.
Okay.
Okay, I'll log out. Come
Okay.
back. This one and okay, I'm still there, no? Hello,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm still there. Okay, let me try again. Okay, but okay. Okay, I'll log out. Okay, I'll log out. I'll leave. Okay, let me try again.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, but now I think the right presentation is visible. Indian higher education status and challenges. I think it's visible.
Yeah, it is visible, but make it full screen, ma'am. Presentation.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll have to make it full.
Yes.
Okay, let me. Okay, I think it's
Yes,
visible.
Yes, yes.
Okay. This afternoon, my first lecture will be on Indian higher education status and challenges. Okay, then if we know the challenges, then we will have better understanding of National Education Policy 2020 and its vision. But before I go to challenges, let me give a brief overview of the status. Okay. Now, higher education institutions in India are mainly categorized into 3 types. When I say higher education, it's it's a tertiary level of education, that is post class 12. But standalone institutions are also put under higher education, particularly by All India Survey on Higher Education AC report. So we have standalone institutions, colleges, universities, and the higher education institutions. Now, types of Indian higher education. So the number in AC report 2019 to 2020. Okay, very recently, maybe a few weeks ago only, very recently, the AC report 2020 to 21 has come out, but this time I did not have enough time to update the data. Anyhow, okay, this will give us a brief overview of our present higher education. So standalone institutions as listed on AC website portal was 11,779, and there are 42,343 colleges and 1,043 universities. Okay, what I would like to stress here is that in India, there are so many different higher education institutions. So this will show that higher education in India is so fragmented that there are many but small higher education institutions. Okay, that means it is so fragmented. So that is what I would like to stress on this. Now the number would have increased by now. So let us remember that our higher education system is so fragmented in such a way that the number of higher education institutions is quite large, but we do not have multidisciplinary and large multidisciplinary higher education institutions. Most of our higher education institutions are so small, with a small number of enrollment, and also many of them are single stream institutions. So standalone institutions are not affiliated to universities. They are not empowered to provide degree. So they therefore run diploma level. So different types are there, like technical institutes such as polytechnics recognized by AICTE or State Directorate of Technical Education. Then postgraduate diploma in management recognized by AICTE. Teacher training such as DIET recognized by NCTE. Nursing institutes recognized by Indian Nursing Council or State Nursing Council. Institutes directly under the control of various central ministries. Paramedical institutes as recognized by Paramedical Council. Hotel Management and Catering Institute recognized by National Council for Hotel Management and Catering Technology. Okay, here what I would like to stress again is that in India we have so many different regulatory councils. Now also from the standalone institutions that I have showed, then you will be able to know that different institutions are recognized by different councils. So this is the nature. Then colleges are institutions which are not empowered to provide degree in its own name, and therefore are affiliated or recognized with universities. Now, there are different ways of categorizing colleges in India. So we can mainly categorize them into three main types, like affiliated colleges, constituent colleges, autonomous colleges. I think in India, majority of colleges are affiliated colleges, and autonomous colleges, the number is not large because many colleges are not eligible for this autonomous status. Okay, let me stress again here that we are going to see, okay, NEP 2020 stress on transforming our present colleges. Most of them are affiliated colleges, and some of them are constituent colleges, and small number are autonomous colleges. But NEP 2020 has a vision of transforming our present colleges into autonomous degree granting colleges. Okay, so let us remember this one. Then it plans to do away with affiliated colleges. So there will be, as per NEP 2020 vision, after some years ahead, there will be only two types of colleges in our country, autonomous degree granting colleges. Most of them would be autonomous degree granting colleges, and some will be constituent colleges. Now, university and university level institutions are the institutions which are empowered to award degree under some act of parliament or state legislature. So types here also, this categorization can be done differently. Now, basically, we can categorize universities into conventional universities, deemed to be universities, institutions of national importance. So when we say conventional universities, they are tertiary level institutions that are established through acts of parliament or state legislatures. So those established by acts of parliament are funded by the central government and are commonly referred to as central universities. And those established by acts of state legislatures are funded by the respective state governments and are referred to as state universities. So these are called conventional universities. Then there are deemed to be universities. The number some years ago was 130 in our country. And this is a status of autonomy granted by the Department of Higher Education on the advice of the UGC under Section 3 of the UGC Act 1956 for work of high quality in specialized academic fields. For example, some years ago, according to the statistical data I could find, there were 130 deemed to be universities in our country. So the most prominent ones are Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, TIS, Mumbai. TIS are very popular in our country because they are quite good. Actually, deemed to be universities, at the time of establishment of these institutions, they were not established as universities, but depending upon their performance, particularly in teaching and research, they can apply for deemed to be university status to the UGC. Then after examination of the self-study report and on-the-spot verification of the institutions, then if the institution is found to have fulfilled the important criteria, then this status is given to those institutions, okay, which were not established as universities. So they are now deemed, they are now considered to be universities, deemed to be universities. Now, in our country, we have institutions of national importance. Okay, the number few years ago was around 52 institutions established or so designated by acts of parliament that undertake teaching and research in areas that are critical to national development. For example, AIMS, IITs, IIMs, okay, IITs, NITs, IISER, okay, these are institutions of national importance. And you know, they are the good higher education institutions which mostly represent Indian country in world university rankings. If we look at the world university rankings conducted by Times Higher Education or quarterly Simons, these are the two important, most prominent agencies that do world university rankings. So if we look at the world university rankings for the last number of years, we find that IITs, okay, contributed a lot, and they are mostly the ones who are in the higher list in the world university rankings, and they are the ones who represented Indian higher education institutions in the world university rankings. And then universities in our country can also be categorized in different ways. So in terms of structure and organization, they can be categorized into unitary university, federal university, affiliating university. Okay. Here also unitary university, federal university, affiliating university. In India, affiliating university will constitute the largest percentage of universities. So out of the around 1,024 universities in our country, okay, the large percentage of them will be affiliating university. But since this is the old system, you know, experts in higher education since a number of years ago, okay, I recommend that doing away of affiliating system of university, and now NEP also is planning to do away with affiliating colleges. If there are no affiliating colleges, then there will also not be affiliating university. So let us look into their main characteristics. Unitary university. Teaching and research is conducted on a single campus, sometimes with subsidiary campuses. There is a provision for both UG and PG teaching as also for research. The bulk of the students reside in hostels or within the prescribed jurisdiction of the university. It has full control over its administration, teachers, and techniques. Now, some examples of unitary universities are Aligarh Muslim University, Banaras Hindu University, MS University of Baroda, Jawaharlal Nehru University, University of Hyderabad, Pondicherry University, and others. Now, among the universities, traditional universities in our country, unitary universities are the ones who are considered to be better in quality than affiliating university in general. But these unitary universities can have constituent colleges, but they do not have affiliated colleges, only constituent college. Okay, the difference between constituent college and affiliated college is that constituent colleges are colleges of the university. Okay, the university has full authority and control over the college because it is owned, run, managed by the university. But affiliated colleges may be the state government college or private college. But academically, okay, they are under the affiliated college. Since they colleges do not have the power to confer degree in their name, they require the university, okay, which will confer degrees to their students. That is why if the college is not a constituent college of a university, or if it is not an autonomous college, at least it has to get affiliation to the affiliating university. But unitary universities have their own colleges, constituent colleges only, and they do not have any affiliated colleges. They are not burdened with affiliated colleges. Now, the next one, federal university, is a university where teaching work is shared by the university with its constituent colleges. Yeah. For example, in India, we have one big federal university, that is Delhi University. So main characteristics are the university and its constituent colleges are situated in close proximity of each other. So we used to refer to those colleges as Delhi University colleges because they are constituent colleges. The colleges are owned, managed by the university. So the Delhi University has a number of constituent colleges. So its constituent colleges actively engage in the work of a university standard. The actual teaching, as far as possible, be provided by the constituent colleges under the guidance of the university. Then, as I've said, affiliating university will constitute the largest percentage of Indian university. Now, these universities are these universities have central campus on which there are departments or schools that impart postgraduate instruction and conduct research. They have a variable number of colleges affiliated to them, and this may be distributed over a number of districts in accordance with the jurisdiction of the university. So its affiliating university is given a jurisdiction. So colleges under its jurisdiction will have to be affiliated to that affiliating university. So for example, Mizoram University is affiliating university. So its jurisdiction is the whole of Mizoram. So colleges offering degree courses, or they may have a different name, not like college. But if they are higher education institutions offering degree courses, they need to be affiliated to Mizoram University, the affiliating university, because the whole of Mizoram is the jurisdiction of Mizoram University. So the colleges mostly do UG teaching, though some of them may be permitted to conduct PG classes in selected subjects. Most Indian universities are of the affiliating types, with the largest ones like Pune University, Osmania University, having more than 700, 800 affiliated colleges. So these colleges are under the academic control of the university, but not administrative and financial control. Okay, as I have said, if they are government colleges, administratively they are under the state government, and the state government also have financial control, but the affiliating university has control over academic activities, over academic matter. So, having many affiliated colleges is a big burden for affiliating universities. And, but for example, if some state universities, since the state government cannot provide enough funds for its maintenance and functions, sometimes I do not exactly know, but my idea is that affiliating universities, for example, state universities, they charge some amount of money for conducting examination and for doing some academic works for colleges. And it may also become a source of income for the affiliating university. And maybe it is because of that some universities have many affiliated colleges. But some experts in higher education think that having many affiliated colleges affect the quality of teaching and research in the university, because much of the time, much of the work of the university is has to be given for running of those affiliated colleges. And affiliating university, that the the idea of affiliating university itself has become outdated according to some experts, because I have gone through one book or study material, I don't remember the name, where it is written that when the Britishers started the first 3 modern universities in our country, okay, which were Calcutta University, Madras University, Bombay University. The first 3 modern universities started by the Britishers in India. It is said that they were established on the pattern of London University in, I think, way back in 1837. On the pattern of London University, which was affiliating university at that time. But it is again said that London University itself abandoned the system of affiliating university after only 1 year. That means many years back, more than 100 years ago, London University, on which pattern were the first 3 universities in our country, the first 3 modern universities in our country were established. Okay, abandoned the affiliating system. Maybe it became a unitary university. So the book that the material that I have gone through said like that. But after more than 100 years, we are still following affiliating university system. And in many advanced countries of the world, it is said that this affiliating system has been done away with. So most of the universities in the countries of the world are unitary universities. Okay, so looking into the good higher education system of advanced countries of the world, maybe now National Education Policy 2020 also has a vision of doing away with affiliating system of university. So according to NEP 2020, there will be only 2 types of universities in a country. One will be research intensive university, another will be teaching intensive university, but both will give importance to research. So research intensive universities will give equal importance to teaching and research. And teaching universities will give priority to teaching, but they also conduct good researches. Okay, so only 2 types of universities will be in existence in the vision of NEP 2020. And based on the management or funding agencies, university also can be classified into central universities, state universities, private universities. Okay. Okay, now what are the main challenges faced by higher education in the ecosystem in our country? The first one is a severely fragmented higher educational ecosystem. Fragmented. Okay, as I have made mention of this. So as per the AC report, India has over 1,043 universities and 42,343 colleges, reflecting the overall severe fragmentation and small size of higher education institutions currently in the country. Remarkably, over 32.6% of all colleges in the country run only a single program. Far from the multidisciplinary style of higher education that will be required in the 21st century. So now, the main recommendation of NEP 2020 for higher education in our country is to transform higher education institutions into large multidisciplinary higher education institutions. But now, our higher education system is so fragmented, okay? So as many as 32.6% of all colleges in the country run only a single program. Single program means only a B.Ed college. B.Ed college runs only B.Ed course. Engineering college runs only engineering course. A medical college runs only a medical course. So agricultural college, okay, only runs only agricultural program. Horticulture, okay, so like that. Nursing college runs only nursing program. So likewise, our present higher education system is that large percentage of colleges in the country run only a single program. That means they are far from multidisciplinary style of higher education. Then, in fact, over 16.6% of colleges have enrollment below 100. So imagine a college is run, but with below 100 enrollment. Okay, this is a college, but 16.6% of the colleges in our country, according to IC report, have enrollment below 100. So only 4% of colleges have enrollment over 3,000. That means NEP 2020 requires the research intensive or teaching intensive universities and degree granting autonomous colleges will have enrollment of 3,000 or more. That means in our existing higher education system, only 4% of colleges have enrollment over 3,000. That means 96% of our colleges have less than the required number of enrollment. That's it. Why? Because our higher education system is so fragmented. Because we have many institutions, small higher education institutions, small colleges with very small enrollment. So we are far from multidisciplinary higher education type. Okay, so this is a problem. And this NEP 2020 tries to solve this problem. So this fragmentation leads directly to severe suboptimally on various fronts. Resource utilization. Okay, resource utilization. For example, there are government B.Ed college, government engineering college, government medical college, government agricultural college, so on and so forth. But okay, how much money would be required for establishment of that one college? But as we have seen, majority of the colleges have very low enrollment. So the number of students utilizing the resources, the physical infrastructure, and the facilities is very small. Government spend huge amount of money for establishment of one college or one university, but that resource is utilized by very few students. So this is not economical. And the range and number of programs and disciplines. Okay, when colleges are small, when colleges run only one program, okay, when colleges are small, then they cannot run different types of programs or courses. So they cannot have many disciplines. Then the range and number of faculty. Okay, a small college with very limited departments cannot have many faculty members. And the ability to carry out high quality multidisciplinary research. Okay, this is not possible. This is the problem. Then another challenge is a rigid separation of disciplines with early specialization and streaming of students into narrow areas of study. 130 to 233. Okay. Now, rigid separation of disciplines. For example, in our existing system of higher education, there is a rigid separation of science discipline, art discipline, commerce discipline, and others. So students are completely separated. And there is early specialization and streaming of students into narrow areas of study. For example, those students who offer science, then they go for one subject as their major subject. Those who go for arts stream also, they choose one major subject, and their specialization is so narrow. So harmful expressions are the enormous number of monofield institutions, most notably in the professional and vocational fields. Okay, for example, 3,849 standalone teacher education institutions, and most engineering and medical colleges being standalone or single discipline institutions. So these violate the basic requirement of good higher education. Okay, challenge number 3, limited access, particularly in socio-economically disadvantaged areas with few HAs that teach in local languages. So there is no equity in college density. For example, the number of colleges per lakh eligible population, that means population in the age group of 18 to 23 years, varies from 7 in Bihar to 59 in Karnataka as compared to all India average of 30. Okay, that means in Bihar, there are only 7 colleges per lakh eligible population. Okay, while there are 59 colleges per lakh eligible population in Karnataka. So that means there is no equity in college density. In some areas of the country or in some parts of the country, there are many colleges for the population. Okay, calculate that from the eligible population. So the number varies a lot. No equity. Low gross enrollment ratio, higher in higher education. Now, GR in higher education in India is 27.1, I think. Then the latest 2021 AC report 27.3 only. So which is calculated for 18 to 23 years of age group. So for scheduled castes, it is 23.4, and for scheduled tribes, it is 18 as compared to the national GR of 27.1. Okay, now I think it is 27.3, but it is still very low, very, very low. Now, although this statistical data has become a little bit not up to date. Okay, it was based on 2017 data, which I have taken from this source. That time, just to see how low India's GR is. So at the time, India's GR was calculated, means depending upon the source now, the source is different from AC. So it was recorded as 27.44. So according to AC report, All India Survey on Higher Education report, according to the latest report, 2021, GR in higher education is only 27.3. So at that time, Greece had 136.60%, Australia 113.4. So Republic of Korea, Argentina, Spain, Chile, Finland, USA, and all, okay, have almost 90. Republic of Korea, 94. And rest, almost 90. That means only about 10% of their youth in the age group of 18 to 23 years were not enrolled in higher education institutions in their country. But in Greece and Australia, they were more than 100%. because in gross enrollment ratio, whoever is enrolled in colleges and universities are counted, even if the students are, even if some students are a little bit below 18 years or above 24. I mean, above 23, because the eligible age group is taken as 18 to 23 years. So there may be some students who are who have become 24 years, but they are still in the university. So whoever is enrolled is counted. So if the percentage of enrollment is quite good, it can become more than 100%. So this is how India's gross enrollment ratio is so low. Now, NEP 2020 is planning to raise GR to 50% by, I think, 2030 or 2035. So we are still in that stage. Okay, while many advanced countries of the world have already attained more than 90% of GR, we are still striving, okay, to achieve only 50% GR. That also after a number of years from now. That is the challenge, okay, being faced in our higher education now. Then limited teacher and institutional autonomy. Autonomy must mean the freedom to innovate, to compete, to cooperate, to govern more locally, to optimize resources given one's direct local knowledge of circumstances and opportunities, to break silos and to excel. So the system of affiliated colleges makes it very difficult to provide teachers with autonomy. So most, as we have said, most of the colleges in India are affiliated colleges. They do not have autonomy to innovate, to introduce new things, because everything is done by the affiliating universities. Curriculum, syllabus, academic calendar, okay, everything, assessment system, examination, okay, everything is done by the affiliating universities. So college teachers do not have important role in the preparation of syllabus or in the introduction of new things to innovate. And that is why since long time back, UGC has made a scheme that is autonomous college scheme. And but we know that not many colleges in India have qualified for that scheme. Now, here in Mizoram, you know, our number of colleges is not that large. So no college in Mizoram has ever, okay, become qualified for autonomous status. That means there is not even a single autonomous college in Mizoram. So, you know, UGC would like to encourage good colleges, to become good and to become qualified for autonomous college status, so that good teachers, innovative teachers can introduce new things, and colleges would become, much better. That is the thing. But so in our existing system, there is only limited teacher and institutional autonomy. Then inadequate mechanism for merit-based career management and progression of faculty and institutional leaders. Okay, so let me note. Another challenge is laser emphasis on research at most universities and colleges, and lack of competitive peer-reviewed research funding across disciplines. This is another challenge being faced So in research, okay, particularly at college level, this is a challenge, big challenge is being faced. So we cannot grow much in research. Then suboptimal governance and leadership of HACE. From 1:30 to 30. Okay, I have not taken even 1 hour, isn't it? 1, 3, 4. Okay, I still have time, I think. Okay, the problem, let me go back again. Most universities and colleges in the country today conduct very little research as a result of the separation in higher education between teaching institutions and research institutions. So we have separate research institutions. We have separate teaching institutions. Okay, this is problematic on two fronts. Enormous loss opportunity for research and innovation in the country. Difficulty to have outstanding higher education and teaching in an environment where research is not taking place. Besides, there are problems like no mechanism to seed or mentor research at universities and colleges. Very little funding for novel research ideas and proposals at most haste, especially for research in important disciplinary and cross-disciplinary areas. For example, relating to clean water, renewable energy, education and pedagogy, health, etc. Okay, now NEP 2020 gives importance to interdisciplinary research or multidisciplinary research. Governance and leadership of HACE deeply influenced and controlled by external bodies and individuals who often have vested political and or commercial interest in the HACE. Okay, public institutions often operated as extensions of government departments with external interference in the selection and functioning of leaders of public institutions. Okay, for example, in the appointment of vice chancellors of universities or principals of colleges, etc. Okay, there is political interference. Okay, everywhere. So the educational aspects, including curricula, controlled by multiple external bodies. An ineffective regulatory system is another challenge. Okay, existence of a number of regulatory councils with lack of coordination among them. Okay, while showing you the list of standalone institutions, I have showed you different types of standalone institutions which are under different regulatory councils. From there also you can see that there are different regulatory councils, but there is lack of coordination among them. For technical courses, we have AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education. For teacher education, we have National Council for Teacher Education. For pharmacy, for example, we have Pharmacy Council of India. We have Nursing Council of India. We have Distance Education Council. So for different disciplines of education, there are different regulatory councils which have which regulate, okay, those streams of education, but there is no proper coordination among them. So unnecessary and illusory separation between the standards governing technical and non-technical education. So the multiple sets of rules and sub-regulation prescribed by regulatory councils, particularly UGC and AICTE, is a deterrent to the development of premier educational institutions. Okay, now in our existing system of education, UGC has many authorities. Then, for example, if a college offers, for example, some technical courses like engineering courses, management courses, then they have to comply with the regulations of AICT also, while trying to conform to the UGC regulations also. Okay, so this has created difficulties for the institutions, and existence of many fake colleges that run with impunity, regulatory culture stifling innovation and creativity, private haze not being treated on an equal footing with public institutions, which has discouraged public-spirited philanthropists, haze, while unable to stop commercialization of education. While some private colleges making educational institution as commercial enterprise should be discouraged, but there are some private organizations or companies which are really good in running educational institutions, so their contributions should be recognized and encouraged. That is also the vision of NEP 2020. Now, large affiliating universities resulting in low standards of undergraduate education. Okay, that's I think I have talked lots about affiliating university system. Let me proceed. Low global status of Indian higher education institutions. So no Indian university figured in the first 200 ranks in the prestigious Times Higher Education World University rankings for the last many years. Okay, for example, as I've said in the World University ranking, THE, the Times Higher Education, and QS means Quadrilli Simons World University ranking 2020. When we look into this data, we can find that our top higher education institutions in our country get very low rank in World University rankings. So top 5 haze in NIRF 2020. NIRF, National Institutional Ranking Framework, okay, has been introduced in the year 2015. And the first report was published in 2016. And from there on, every year it is published. And from NIRF ranking, we can find which universities, which higher education institutions, which colleges are good. So it is the ranking of higher education institutions at the national level. So for example, in NIRF 2020 rankings, IIT Madras Chennai was at the top, followed by IISc Bangalore or Bangalore, IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay, IIT Kharagpur. Okay, I have told you that National Institute of National Importance, institutions of national importance like IITs, okay, are the best higher education institutions in the country, which are in the top list of NIRF, national level ranking. And they are also the ones which represent India in the World University rankings. But if we look at the rank here in the World University rankings, it is not that satisfactory. So IIT Madras got to the 601 to 800. Its rank falls in between 601 to 800 in Times Higher Education World University Ranking 2020 And in QS, while university rankings, its position was 271st. IISc Bangalore used to be in the top, but in 2020, it was superseded by IIT Madras. So it got 301 to 350 rank in terms of higher education and 184 rank in QS. So these are the rankings. Times higher education, while university ranking, they usually get lower ranks. So this is also a problem, means we need to transform our Indian higher education institutions to become large multidisciplinary